Hello everyone, this is Jyotsna Tiwari and welcome to today's daily current affairs session where we will discuss each and everything about upcoming exam which is important for your exam guys. So let's have a look at which type of question will rise in your exam, which type of question will rise in your exam. So let's have a look. So don't waste the time and here is the first news of today's session and the news is, but before starting, first of all let me change my pen color. Okay guys. So here is the first news of today's session and the news is that the Ministry of Social Justice has launched the Kiran, a mental health rehabilitation helpline. Okay guys. So here you can see that the Ministry of Social Justice, okay, Ministry of Social Justice who has recently launched Kiran, a mental health rehabilitation helpline. This is a helpline of the mental health rehabilitations. So what is the characteristics behind this particular news? Let's have a look that here you can see the first point of this session. So the initiative aims to provide callers. Okay. The initiative aims to provide callers support for early screening, first aid, psychological support and crisis management, mental well-being, preventing deviant behavior, psychological crisis management and more. Okay, so these are the important points guys. You all know very well, that is that the mental health is a big issue now in India or in the world. Okay, you can see that there are many. You can see the recent suicide cases of an actor. Okay, guys. So here you can see that the mental health is beginning the beginning the biggest issue of today's world. So that's the big issue. So for that, government has recently launched a Kiran app. Actually, this is a app. This is a site for the mental health. Okay. So here you can see the next point that the helpline will provide the service in 13 language. Okay. So this helpline will provide the services in the 13 languages. The address stress, anxiety, depression, panic attacks, adjustment disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, substance abuse, suicidal thoughts, epidemic-induced psychological issues, and people around the country experiencing mental health emergency is focused. So basically, in this particular helpline, government focused on these all criteria, these all sectors. Okay. So here you can see that this move is due to emergency assistance sought by those who are going through the mental health issues, especially those facing these problems amidst the COVID-19 epidemic. Okay, so the helpline has 660 volunteer clinical rehabilitation psychologists and 668 volunteer psychiatrists. It will be run by 75 specialists from 25 centers who can handle 300 callers per hour. So guys, these are the important points behind this particular news. So let's have a look at which type of question will rise in your exam regarding this particular news. So here you can see the first news of today. Here you can see the first question which will definitely rise in your exam. That the question is that the Ministry of Social Justice has recently launched the helpline and a helpline number for the mental health rehabilitation. What is the name of that helpline? Then your answer will be Kiran. Okay, where is my pen? Here is. So your answer will be Kiran. Next question will rise on your exam that recently which ministry has launched the Kiran helpline for the mental health rehabilitation? Then your answer will be Ministry of Social Justice. Next question which will rise in your exam that the recently Ministry of Social Justice has launched Kiran, a mental health rehabilitation helpline. This helpline in how many languages are available? Then your answer will be 13 language, available in 13 language. Okay, there are the helpline has 660 volunteer clinical rehabilitation. Okay, and 668 psychiatrists who were available on 24 hours in this particular helpline. Also, you can see here that the 75 specialists from 25 centers. Okay, and there are 300 callers per hour. Okay, per hour they attended almost 300 callers. Okay, so I hope each and everything will we already have discussed each and everything in details. If you have any question guys regarding this particular news, then you can ask me in the comment box. Okay, so here is the second news of today's session, and the news is that PMJDY recently completed its successful implementation of 6 year. Okay, PMJDY means Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Okay, this is the abbreviation of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. So here you can see that the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has successfully completed 6 year on 20 August 2020. Okay, under this scheme, 63.6% rural PMJDY and 55.2% female PMJDY accounts have been created. The, the PMJDY means Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana scheme is the cornerstone for the Modi government's pupil-centric economic initiative. Okay. So what is the highlights of this news? So here you can see that the PMJDY scheme was launched on 28th August 2014 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. That means this scheme was launched on 28th August 2014. The main objective of this scheme is to provide poor pupil access to financial services, namely banking, saving and deposit accounts, remittance. Okay, remittance means remittance is a type of transaction. Okay, one account to another account. Okay, this is a remittance called the type of transaction which is one account from one account to another account. Okay, so remittance, credit insurance, pensions is an economical way. Okay, so these are the important points. These are the basic objective of this particular scheme. Here you can see that the scheme ensure access to financial products and services at affordable cost and uses technology to reduce cost and the broaden access. So far, around 8 crore PMJDY Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana account holders receive a direct benefit transfer from the government under the various scheme. Direct benefit transfer means there will be no mediator. There are no mediator who took the profit. Actually, there are no mediator who took the profit of this particular scheme. Okay, there are if government has launched any scheme and you are the beneficiary of that scheme, so you can took that you will can took that benefit on direct on your account. Okay, so these are the basically this is the meaning of direct benefit transfer. Was the plan expanded with new features or focused on each unbanked adult from the each house? Okay, under this initiative, Jandhan Darshan app, a mobile application was launched with the objective of providing a citizen centric platform to locate banking touch points like bank branch ATMs, bank mitras, post offices, etc. in the country. So we have already discussed each and everything, okay, which is important for this particular news. So let's have a look at which type of question will rise on your exam regarding this particular news. So here you can see, okay, here you can see that this first of all, which for a question which will definitely rise on your exam, and the question is the abbreviation of PMJDY. The question will rise on your exam. Let's have a look at which type of question. So the question will rise that Pradhan, what is the what is the stand M in for the Pradhan Mantri PMJDY? Okay, then your answer will be Pradhan Mantri. If question will rise about to D, that D is stand for what in the PMJDY, then your answer will be done. Okay, so this is the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana's abbreviation, which will definitely rise on your exam question regarding this particular news. Okay, so recently government has celebrated 6 year on which date? Then your answer will be 28th August 2020. Okay, this scheme was launched on which date? Then your answer will be 28th August 2014. Please remember 28th August 2014 we launched. Okay. There are almost 8 crore, around 8 crore PMJDY account holder who are receive the direct benefit transfer. I already discussed that. What is the meaning of direct benefit transfer? Okay. Okay, so that's enough, and you will have to learn this app name, Jandan Darshan app. I want to tell you one more thing, which is not shown in this particular PPT. So in this particular news, so actually this is the additional news. Okay, so I want to share with you that usually the question will rise about that what is the tagline of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Then your answer will be Mera Khata Bhagya Vidhata. Okay, so guys, here you can see the tagline of this particular news, and the particular of scheme. Then your tagline is Mera Khata Bhagya Vidhata. Okay, so I hope each and everything will clear in details. If you have any doubts regarding this news, then you can ask me in the comment box. So here is the next news of today's session, and the news is that recently the 14th Defense Policy Dialogue was held between India and Singapore. Okay. So India and Singapore, between the India and Singapore recently 14th Defense Policy Dialogue held. Okay. So the 14th India-Singapore Defense Policy Dialogue (DPD) was organized video conferencing on 27th August. The meeting was chaired by Defense Secretary Dr. Ajay Kumar and the Permanent Secretary Defense Singapore Chan Heng Ki. Okay, so they both are together held this exercise. So what is the characteristics behind this exercise? So here we can see that the official discussed several issues of bilateral defense work between India and Singapore. Okay. The commitment to further enhance the security partnership between the two countries was reaffirmed. Okay. At the end of the DPD, DPD is the full form of DPD is a short form of Defense Policy Dialogue. Okay, so please don't forget it. This is the abbreviation of Defense Policy Dialogue. Okay, so at the end of the DPD, an implementation arrangement and humanitarian assistance of disaster relief. This is the abbreviation of HADR. Okay, was also signed between India and the Singapore. Okay, so this this assistance disaster relief fund is also arrangement signed between India and the Singapore. So what is the background behind this news? So let's have a look at the Singapore-India Defense Policy Dialogue was established under a revised defense cooperation agreement which was signed in 2015. Okay, it serves as a regular forum of both countries to discuss mutual defense cooperation as well as exchange ideas on strategic issues and geopolitical development. Okay guys, so these are the important points which we have already discussed about it. Okay, so let's have a look at which type of question will rise in your exam regarding this particular news. So here are some questions which will definitely rise in your exam, and the question is that recently between India and Singapore, which number of defense policy dialogue was held between India and Singapore? Then your answer will be 14. Second question will rise on your exam that the 14th defense policy dialogue was held between India and which country? Then your answer will be India and Singapore. Sorry. Okay. So the meeting was chaired by who represented India? Then your answer will be Defense Secretary Dr. Ajay Kumar, and who represented the Singapore? Then your answer will be Permanent Secretary Singapore Chan Heng Ki. You will have to remember the name of this particular. Okay. Next one will rise in your exam that the Defense Cooperation Agreement signed in which year? So signed in 2015, and the regular forum of both countries discussed in Defense Cooperation. Okay, that's all. So that's an guys. One more thing, you will have to learn the abbreviation of this. Okay, HADR abbreviation is humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Okay, please remember this. I hope you'll understand each and everything in details. If you have any doubt guys, you can ask me in the comment box. Here is the next news of today's session, and the news is that the center introduced a national GIS enabled land bank system for 6 states to boost investment. Okay, so recently Union Minister and Industry Prime Minister Piyush Goyal launched the national GIS enabled land bank system. Okay, on August 17. It is the site is here. Here is the site of that particular session. Okay. So what is the characteristics behind this particular topic? So here we can see that the first point is administrators are senior official of center and state government to discuss the issue of advancing industrial manufacturing in the country. Okay. Attracting investment, one direct, one product, one district, one product approach. Okay. Its goal is to promote national movement towards self-respecting India. So all other states, union territories are expected to be on board by December 2020. These conceptions will be developed with the input from the states so that it can become an effective, transparent system and the land identification and procurement. States, the project was launched for 6 states, while other states and union territories will be brought on board by December 2020. Okay, guys. So these are the important points which we have already discussed. So let's have a look at which type of question will rise on your exam regarding this particular news. So here is the first question which will definitely rise on your exam. And the question is that the center you introduce a national center recently center introduce a which system for the 6 state boost investment? Then your answer will be national GIS enabled land bank system. Okay. So for which states? For how many states? So for 6 states. Okay. So they basically adopted the one district, one product approach. Okay. You will have to learn this. Which will which was expected to onboard by the December 2020, and actually that's all. Okay. So that's all for the today's session. Yeah, one more question which will definitely rise on the exam, and the question is that who is the Union Minister of Industries and Minister? Okay, then your answer will be Piyush Goyal. Okay. So that's all for today's session, guys. Okay, let's have a look. And here is the last news of today's session. And the news is that recently PM Modi inaugurated a RLB Central Agriculture University. Okay. So recently Rani Lakshmi Bai, that is the abbreviation of RLB. Okay. So Rani Lakshmi Bai newly constructed building of Central Agriculture University, which is one of its kind, inaugurated Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. This university is located in Jhansi. Okay. So Rani Lakshmi Bai was established in year 2014 by the Government of India through the Central Agriculture University Act 2014. Okay. The university, which held its first semester in the year 2014, has a 2 semester system, which is 2 semester per year. The university offers to undergraduate and postgraduate degree in agriculture. Okay. Degrees and agriculture, horticulture and forestry. Okay. So what is the IGFRI? Let's have a look at the IGFRI, an abbreviation of Indian Grassland and Fooder Research Institute, was established in the year 1962. It is a national institution that was opened with the objective of basic strategic appeal and the adaptive research, development and training at fooder production, and it is used. IGFRI has a highly experienced and internationally trained human resources. Okay, this is the full form. Okay, so guys, let's have a look at which type of question will rise on your exam regarding this particular news. So first question which will definitely rise on your exam, and the question is that recently PM Modi inaugurated a RLB Central Agriculture University. What is the abbreviation of RLB? Then your answer will be Rani Lakshmi Bai. Okay. Established in which year? Then already established in 2014. Okay. And this is the Central Agriculture University Act 2014. Okay. The university, which held its first semester on the year 2014, related to agriculture and horticulture, forestry. Okay. Also, you will have to learn that what is the IGFRI. So IGFRI is the abbreviation of Indian Grassland and Fooder Research Institute. So guys, please remember that the IGFRI abbreviation is Indian Grassland and Fooder Research Institutions, which was established in 1962. Okay. I hope each and everything will clear in details, guys. So that's all for the today. If you have any question, so you can ask me in the comment box, guys. Here you can see the a screenshot of an quiz. So basically I want to say that guys, if you want to give the quiz on the daily basis, if you want to can attend if you want to attend the quiz on the daily basis, so for that you will have to go to the Google Play Store, download the Entry app now, and register yourself, register your mail ID and phone number, and you can give the quiz on the daily basis for every subject. Also you can analyze yourself that where are you stand right now, and according to that you can boost your preparation on daily basis. Okay guys, also you can visit our YouTube channel Banking 2.0. For that you will have to go to the YouTube, down type the Banking 2.0. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and don't forget to tap on the bell icon. Okay guys, so please don't forget to like, comment and share this session as much as you can. Also you can share this session with your relatives, colleagues, friends, whomever you are study. Also you can share this session on your social media platform like Facebook group, your WhatsApp group, your Telegram group, wherever you are available right now. Okay, so thank you very much for cooperate with me. Don't forget to like, comment and share this session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.